Okay guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to clear coat these musky lures. I use Amazing Clear Cast. I found that works the best. It's 2-part epoxy. It hardens really well. The only downfall is you have to have a drying rack that'll rotate with it, unlike some other UV epoxies. But I found it's pretty hard and it works pretty well after a couple coats. So that's what I'm going to be using on these. These are the little Ernies that I painted up in the previous video. So yeah, without further ado, I will show you guys how I clear coat my baits. So the first thing I use, paintbrush and measuring cup, right? And I put my glitter out. You only have so much time to work with this stuff. You have quite a bit of time. I believe it's 40 minutes before it sets up and hardens. So you have quite a bit of time. And I make sure I have everything else ready, you know, my clamps, whatnot, so that way it's all ready to go. So the first thing I do is I'm going to add in just a little bit of this glitter. And this is going to be doing for two lures, these two. You want your lures clean. And then I'm going to mix half and half of this epoxy. Okay, so I got my epoxy in my dish and I just gotta mix it up. So I'll take a popsicle stick and I'm just gonna mix this up for a good solid minute or two. Get that glitter really stirred around. Make sure there's no parts that aren't mixed in together. You just really want that epoxy to really mix together so it'll set and cure properly. Make sure you scrape the edges and the sides, get all down in the very bottom cracks. You really want to mix it all together. So I got that mixed in pretty good. Now what I'll do, make sure I got my drying wheel here, make sure I got my clamps on there and ready. So you gotta space these evenly, otherwise your drying rack won't turn. Or it will turn, but it'll struggle. If you space them easily, it puts less stress on the motor. So I'll put that one right there. Let that keep turning. I got some going on there right now. So now I'm just gonna hold it by the bill. And I'm gonna take the paintbrush and just paint the clear coat on there for both of these lures. I typically like to apply a pretty generous coat when I'm doing this. You don't really have to worry about the bubbles as of right now. I'll show you how to get those out in a second. But I typically apply a pretty generous coat just because I like thicker coats and it'll protect the bait more. And then obviously, you know, I'll do this coat. This won't be the only coat I do. I'll do more than one coat just to build up the layer and build up the bait so it's all nice and protected when you're using it. And when you're doing this, make sure you don't have stuff around that you don't want to get epoxy on, because it is messy and it is hard to clean up. That's why I always put a paper towel down like I have here. And you're going to want to avoid the eyelets the best you can, obviously. Like that. It's a pretty even coat. I'm just going to take it. I'll stop my wheel here in just a second once this gets to the top. Flick that off. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to clamp it. So that's all on there. All I did was just clamp it on by the bill like that. And, you know, then I just turn it back on and let it spin. And then what I'll do is I'll take the torch or heat gun or whatever you have, and you're just going to want to heat up the lure so that the epoxy pops all the bubbles and will heat up and spread out evenly. So there we go. Now it's all set, and just keep rotating like that. And it'll keep a nice even coat as it dries. So I'm gonna do this one up. You guys get the gist of it. I don't think I need to show you this one. It's the same process. But if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to do, what you guys want to see next in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one.